You know that feeling when you get a mental light bulb moment? I've been looking for a very specific light bulb to go off in my head for the last 2 years. It finally happened, and it's been happening for lots of members here in the Story Greenlight community, and I would love that to happen for you.
Now, it's like the Matrix, you know? When you're finally able to see it, you see it everywhere, you know?
Hey, Jeff Barch with Story Greenlight here, where we're all about helping you be heard by your audience so that you can help change their lives and yours. And the way that that happens is you change the way you think, and everything else changes from there. And let me tell you, my thinking has changed in huge ways in terms of what Story Greenlight is and how it works and how it helps people. And the thing is, I didn't know that it was happening at the time. And I was desperately searching for clarity and trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. So here's how it happened. I started out Story Greenlight as it's about Story Greenlight helps YouTubers do YouTube. And I didn't want to approach things from the idea of here's how to get more views and subscribers and here's how to unlock the algorithm and all that stuff. There are lots and lots of incredibly accomplished and expert teachers and educators who have that covered. I didn't want to compete with that, and so I wanted to focus more on storytelling and creativity. 2.5 years ago, I was promoting something called the Creative Edit. It was a small group coaching program, which was exactly what it says. It's creative editing for YouTubers to help YouTubers do YouTube. And so one of the things that I was offering with that was ongoing help through a membership that I hadn't even given it a name yet. I mean, it was literally the unnamed membership or the mystery membership or something like that. I opened that up as part of this round of the Creative Edit, and it's been going ever since. It's been over 2.5 years, and I figured out a name for the group. It's called The Green Room, and some people in that group doubled down on their storytelling and driven YouTube content, and now they have businesses that are driven almost exclusively by storytelling content on YouTube. But then some other group members started doing some strange things. They stopped uploading to YouTube, and they did things like writing short fiction. And someone else started an online photography art gallery. And another person said, I want to write an ebook and I'm going to self-publish it on Amazon. And he's selling that ebook on Amazon right now. Another member organized a TEDx conference and said, hey, I want to do this. And so he did. and then other people, in the middle of all these people doing these other random things that I didn't expect, some people didn't do anything at all. At least that's what it looked like on the outside. And the thing is, all of these people kept coming back to the Green Room month after month after month. And clearly the Green Room was helping them in ways that I didn't yet understand, that I couldn't quite put my finger on. And I'm scratching my head going, what on earth is happening here? And then one day, I got an email from a community member, and he was saying a bunch of things in it, but one of the things that kind of just jumped out to me was he said, and by the way, I hate the term YouTuber. I don't even want to be known as a YouTuber because that's not who I am. And I thought, ding, that right there, that's a big deal. And that kind of caught me off guard, and that put me down this new path of saying, okay, so what is actually happening here? It's not just about helping YouTubers do YouTube. Story Greenlight, in the broad sense, and the Green Room in specific, they are about something bigger than that. And so I started looking at people specifically in the Green Room who kept coming back over and over. And here's what I found. The people who engage the most regularly in the Green Room and get the most life change out of it are all online educators or experts who have life experience or skills or a message to spread. And YouTube often ends up being part of that, but YouTube is just a vehicle for a bigger strategy and a bigger purpose. Side note, it's really easy to get stuck in the idea that you do YouTube for the sake of YouTube. No. YouTube is not a strategy. YouTube is a vehicle for a bigger strategy. And so you think, okay, well, what is that bigger strategy? And Some people know the answer to that and other people don't. And that's one of the big three main pillars that I've seen happening in the green room. And that's the first one, is clarifying your path and finding your strategy to figure out who you are, what you really want, and how you're actually going to get there. I mean, and a big part of that is a lot of the time we don't know the answers to all those questions. I mean, it might feel like you're wandering in the desert saying, who am I? What am I doing? What am I trying to accomplish? Because I feel like there's more. I know that there's more and I have something that people need, but how? And I will be the first to say, I am the poster. I'm the king. I'm the king of wandering in the desert. This Story Greenlight right here is the fourth business that I've started since I started learning about online business almost 15 years ago. And I feel like there's an entire desert with my name on it. And there are a number of people in the green room that I see elements of that. Sometimes they don't even see themselves. And then there are other people who they are on their path. They're climbing a mountain. They have big goals, they have big dreams, and they know the path that they're going on. They may know how to get there or they may not. And so either way, whether you're in the desert or whether you're climbing a mountain, either way, it's totally normal. So that's the first thing that I've seen happening in the green room. The second thing is the idea of, what do you do about the fact that information is everywhere? The sum of all human knowledge now exists on the internet for free. Information is no longer special. And so how do you stand out? If you have something, life experience or skills or a message that you want to spread, how do you stand out? The answer is you have to supercharge your message. You have to find a way to take your message and elevate it in a way that it connects in a unique way, specifically for your audience, for the people who need to hear what you have to say. And that's where the content creation comes in. That's where storytelling comes in. That's where the thing under the thing comes in. The thing under the thing is huge. Storytelling is huge. I've had green room members say,
I'm finding storytelling permeating all areas of my life, like where it's showing up all over the place. And now it's like the Matrix, when you're finally able to see it, you see it everywhere.
That's the second part, is the idea of supercharging your message. And I will also say, this stuff works with any sized audience. We have people in the green room who have audiences of hundreds of thousands of people. We have a member with an audience of over 1 million people. And we have one gal, she has an email list of just a few hundred people and it's supporting her entire life. But all this stuff has to be in place in the right order. You have to ask the right questions and you have to put the right steps forward. And then the third thing is the idea of multiplying your impact and making all this happen without going crazy or just having a stroke or just completely running out of energy. Because let's face it, it's all well and good if you are young enough to have very few responsibilities and you have limitless energy. Fine, rise and grind and hustle your face off until you have no face left. But for those of us, I will say there is no one in the green room under the age of 30. We all have significant life responsibilities and we all have to balance life and we have to figure out how this all works together. So if these ideas are prompting some light bulbs to go off for you, or you could see that happening, then I would like to invite you to try out the green room for a month for free. And here's the thing. As of this recording, the price for the green room has been $49 a month for the last 2 years. And in the next days, the price will be going up. It will probably be doubling. And this is your chance to get in before the price goes up as a thank you for being here as part of the Story Greenlight community. And the reason that this is happening, the light bulb has gone off and it continues to go off for so many people in the group. People's lives are changing and you can see the stories of what is happening in the green room and what people are discovering for themselves. And we want to attract the people like you who know that you have something inside you. You have lived through life. You have experienced things. You have watered in the desert, and you know that people need to hear what you have to say. We want you to be able to move forward on your path so that you can share that and make that change happen for you and for your audience. So if that's you, then the next step is to hit the link in the description or in the pinned comment and do it right now before the price goes up. And let's get moving on the path that you were meant to walk.